Alright, so this is going to be a power steering fluid change for a 2008 Honda Accord 4-cylinder. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the old fluid in here. I've ran this to about 130K, and if you look at some of my previous videos, I've also replaced the O-ring on this as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to exchange the fluids on here, and you're going to need a couple bottles of power steering fluid, a container to catch it, and a turkey baster. All those links will be provided below, but what we're going to do is, instead of undoing the inputs and outputs to this to get into the power steering pump right here, we're going to remove it manually from the top and place into this container. And what we're going to do is we're going to exchange this several times and go through at least one bottle to remove as much as we can. The goal on this is to drive and replace a couple bottles of this over the course of a couple thousand miles. So it's more of an exchange as opposed to a complete drain and refill. So what we're doing in here is we are going to stick the turkey baster, a new one that we aren't using for cooking. We're going to stick it as far as we can. We're going to pull out as much liquid as we can, and we're going to tilt this so it doesn't spill everywhere. But we're going to drain as much as we can inside here. So I was right above the low line right here, slightly above that line. I was able to pull out this much dirty fluid from out here. But what we're going to do next is we're going to refill the power steering fluid next. So after we have refilled this, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly pour up the clear fluid until it reaches the very top. As you notice right here, that took about third of the bottle, and we're going to start up the car next. What we're going to do is we're going to start the car and turn the wheel left and right to get the power steering fluid circulating. There's going to be power steering fluid in here. We're going to just mix those together. We're going to do several exchanges of the power steering fluid. Once we've started up the car, we're going to turn the wheel several times to engage the power steering. And then we're going to shut off the car. And once you've started the car, you're going to notice the fluid inside here is going to mix together, and you see the liquid that we have in here is still pretty dark. So we're going to do this for a couple times. After you've drained and refilled once or twice, the color should get to be looking a little bit better. I think I'm going to do this another 2 times with 2 additional bottles over the course of the next oil change, which I usually do between 5,000 to 7,000 miles.